Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about the subjunctive mood. Now I'm lumping this in with our verbs because sometimes we think about it as a verb tense, but it's not actually a tense, it's called a mood. So as you can see here, I wrote the subjunctive is not actually a tense, it's a mood. And this is used in other languages too, like French and Spanish. It's used to express wishes and desires, hypothetical scenarios or demands. With these wishes and desires, many times they are impossible things that just will never happen. They're very unlikely to happen. So just keep that in mind as we look through what's next. The present subjunctive is formed with this rule. You start with the base form of the verb, whatever that verb is, but you take away the to in front of it. So instead of to walk, you would just have walk, or to do, you would just have do. You would not have an s on the ending, no matter if the agent or the subject is he, she, or it. That doesn't matter. For the subjunctive, you take off the s ending. Now, an example of the standard present tense here, simple, is example, she does, it should say she does her homework. Look at that mistake there. She does her homework. Let me just cross that out. She does her homework, it should say. Okay, and then I have an example of the subjunctive mood. Here I'm making a demand. I insist that, so I've got my demand. I insist that she do her homework right now. This is the subjunctive mood. So I wouldn't say she does her homework right now. I would say she do. So notice there I've used the base form of the verb do. Here are some examples when we use the verb be in the subjunctive form. So again, you wouldn't say to be, you just use the verb be in the base form. Again, these are going to be demands or things that you are insisting upon in this case. It says, it is necessary the homework be completed immediately. Right? It needs to be done immediately, completed. I demand you be finished with the work before you watch TV. It is important that the door be closed when you are out of the room. You could say the door is closed, but to make it into this subjunctive mood, we're going to have this special way of using the verb be. So you may see this from time to time and wonder, well, what is this? It's specifically when you're making a demand or showing a desire or a hypothetical situation that you want to talk about. Now, the next part that we're going to deal with is subjunctive past, which deals again with these imaginary, hypothetical, impossible situations, conditionals. They might come after the phrase wish or if only. You know, these are desires, things that I put here. I put note, these are situations in the present. So things that we're talking about right now, but they're not possible. They're just not possible. They're unfeasible. They're really situations that are unattainable. So here you're going to use the to be verb in the past tense were for every subject, every agent. Use it for all the subjects. I, he, she, and it. Whoever it is, it does not matter. For the subjunctive, you're going to use were. Example, if I were a millionaire, I would buy a house with a swimming pool. Or, if I were a pig, I would wallow in the mud and have fun, enjoying being muddy. So again, this is subjunctive. If I'm implying by using the subjunctive here that it's not a likely scenario. It's an impossible situation. I can't become a pig, and I'm not likely to become a millionaire. So I'm saying that this is really not ever going to happen. That's what I'm saying here. Now, another use of subjunctives is when we use these special fixed expressions. These are classic English phrases that you might come across, and here are a few of them. Maybe if you can think of more, you could add them in the comments to tell me, and I can add them to this list. We have God save the king, or God save the queen previously. Come what may, so whatever happens, come what may. Long live the king, if need be. Okay, so again, these are subjunctives. They're using those base forms of the verb here, even no matter who the subject is. These are subjunctive mood phrases. Okay, that's all for today, and I hope you find this helpful. If you have any questions or ideas for further videos, please comment and tell me what you'd like to see. Thank you. Goodbye.